I like the stars. It's the illusion of permanence, I think. I mean, they're always flaring up and going in and caving out. From here, I can pretend. I can pretend that things last. I can pretend that lives last longer than moments. Gods come and gods go. Mortals flicker and flash and fade. Worlds don't last. And stars and galaxies are transient, fleeting things that twinkle like fireflies and vanish into cold and dust. But I can pretend, said Neil Gaiman, an English author. All that glitters is gold, but that gold does get old. And so, once upon a time. Bharat was becoming older by the day, but he had decided that he would give the youngsters a run for their money and not rot away to his grave. He had just come back from his evening walk when his wife walked up to him and gently informed him that his old friend, Rajaram, might not last the night. He sighed. This was the curse of old age. Watch your friends die one after another till it was your time to go. The city was getting ready for the night. When his car drove through the busy streets, he looked up at the backlit hoardings of the latest movie. Time had changed. His thoughts went back to the days of the hand-painted hoardings, and he remembered his friend Rajaram being on them. Such a huge star at one time. Now, dying an anonymous death in a suburb. As he parked outside Rajaram's house, he saw a few family members. That was it. Nobody had come to see him. He remembered the time when Rajaram couldn't get out of the house because of the number of people who had gathered just to get a mere glimpse of him. Grandpa, Bharat uncle has come to see you. His granddaughter shouted loud enough for the dying old man to hear. Bharat entered the room to see an old, frail man, just a shadow of the man he used to be. Rajaram opened his eyes weakly and looked at his friend and tried a smile. Succeeded. Bharat sat himself down next to his friend and held his frail hand. Are you faking the illness because you don't want to shoot today? Bharat scolded mockingly. Rajaram laughed despite the pain. Always being my tough secretary, he mumbled. We did have some great times, didn't we? Rajaram said, reminiscing. Bharat nodded with a smile. Tell me that story, that night of Zorro's premiere. Rajaram asked with a childlike glee. And then Bharat told him the story. The crowds, the houseful boards, the reporters with old flashlights, the beautiful ladies wanting to pose for a picture with him. It was a wonderful night, and he was the superstar. Rajaram closed his eyes and smiled. Will people know who Rajaram was when I die? Rajaram asked. Of course they will, lied Bharat. They both sat in silence because they both knew it was a lie. Rajaram whispered to Bharat, you remember what Papa used to say? I remember I used to grumble and get irritated with the constant ringing of the phone. It would go on non-stop, sometimes even in the middle of the night, and then one day it stopped. The phone stopped ringing. Bharat tightened his hold on his friend's hand as he tried to stop his eyes from welling up. Rajaram closed his eyes with a sad smile and gradually slipped back into a deep sleep. Bharat said goodbye to him one last time. He stepped into the elevator, and as the doors of the elevator closed on years of friendship, he sobbed like a child. his hands clutching at the elevator walls in support. He was reminded of an old Tinseltown adage: entertainers die twice. First, when their fame dies.